one woman, two partners, and a decision that changed everything. In the latest episode of 90 Day Fiancé, Aguirre finally chose who she wants to marry. But the emotional fallout left more than just hearts shattered. On Paper Highlighter, we're unpacking the chaos, the secrets, and the signs that this relationship was doomed from the start. In the latest episode of 90 Day Fiancé, titled Too Late for Love, Aguirre finally revealed which partner she intends to marry. And while the choice wasn't shocking, what followed shed light on deeper issues within the throuple's dynamic. Annie's relationship with married couple Matt and Amani has been complicated from the beginning. Despite being involved with them longer than her ex Ray, Annie had kept significant details from them, including her real name. During a tense meeting, Ray revealed that Annie's legal name is actually Brenda, a fact that came as a complete surprise to Matt and Amani. The revelation prompted the couple to confront Annie, demanding honesty. Once she came clean and introduced them to her family as a throuple, Matt and Amani felt secure enough to begin divorce proceedings on their end to make space for a legal union. However, with U.S. laws prohibiting multiple marriages, the trio still faced a critical decision. Who would be the legal spouse? In this episode, Annie finally made her choice. Given the trajectory of their relationship, it was a predictable decision. Still, the fallout and the growing number of red flags suggest that this unconventional relationship may not be built for the long haul. 90 Day Fiancé's Annie's made her decision. Before Annie made her final decision, Amani opened up in a heartfelt conversation with her girlfriend, expressing a deep and personal desire to marry her, even if it felt selfish. For Amani, it wasn't just about love. It was about fulfilling a lifelong dream. She and Matt had eloped over a decade ago, and she had always yearned for the chance to have a beautiful wedding. More than that, she revealed in her confessional that marrying a woman had always been part of her journey toward fully embracing her sexuality. Amani believed Annie understood the struggle she had faced in coming to terms with that part of herself, and she hoped that marrying her would symbolize healing and acceptance. But despite that vulnerable moment, Annie ultimately chose to marry Matt, a decision that, while unsurprising to some, left questions about her true intentions. Throughout their trip, it was clear that Matt and Annie had formed a stronger connection. Even though Annie repeatedly claimed to love Amani more and said she was in the relationship primarily for her, her actions seemed to tell a different story. Amani picked up on it too, noting in several confessionals that her girlfriend's bond with Matt appeared to be deepening while hers was growing more distant. Given Annie's hesitance to be open about the throuple with her family, it's hard not to wonder if marrying Matt was her plan all along. And with so many mixed signals, it's unclear just how honest Annie is being with Amani, or even with herself. What does this mean for the throuple? At first glance, Annie's decision to marry Matt might not seem like a major turning point. The marriage is intended to serve legal and immigration purposes, with the throuple planning to continue their life together as a unit, raising a family in a structure that mirrors a traditional household. But beneath the surface, the emotional weight of that choice, especially for Amani, feels far more significant. Amani didn't take the news well, and it's not the first time her emotional reactions have signaled deeper unresolved issues. In many ways, her response is understandable. She spent years suppressing parts of her identity, and now finds herself in a relationship where those same insecurities are being triggered. Being with Annie was supposed to be affirming, but instead it may be reopening old wounds.